everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Magna CARDA Sports Podcast. Here with my distinguished hosts, some of the best group chat sports analysts that I know. We got Al, we got Rich, and we got Dan. What's going on, guys?
Yo, back again with another one.
I'm all right, man. I'm just trying to keep up.
Why?
You know why?
My boy just hopped out the gym, got the guns out today. I see you. Everybody doing all right? Everybody good?
Yeah, we're good.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
On these topics.
Let's get it.
All right.
Good to see y'all, man. Yeah, man, we'll get right into it. It's been a little bit. The NBA season has now wrapped up. Congratulations to the Denver Nuggets on winning the championship over the Heat.
I was waiting for him. That's why I didn't say nothing yet. You know, he
Come on now. Don't be saying that too loud. Don't be saying it too loud, bro.
Say it too loud.
Nah, man, we definitely got to give credit to both teams. You know, nobody really expected the Heat to make that run. They just ran into, a tough team in Denver. So definitely congratulations to them. But now that the season's over, we got to get into some off-season headlines. I'm sure Mike Malone will be very mad at this podcast for not discussing the Nuggets too much, but some other pressing issues at hand right now, including, yes, sir, including Ja has received his suspension from the league. Adam Silver handed down a 25-game suspension for Ja Morant. And I'm definitely interested to see you guys' takes on the suspension there for Ja. What do you guys think of the suspension?
I mean, everyone kept hyping it like he was about to get 40, 50 games.
Yeah.
And he only got 25. So I think he made out like a bandit on that one. I thought that at one point, I thought he was definitely getting at least half the season. But, hey, I guess Adam Silver was a little weak there.
Some people were saying the whole season, you know what I mean? Like, it was just like, yo, it's over for him, and he really just got to steal. Like, it's almost like people going to be looking at it as like an enablement, but it's kind of crazy. 25 games, that's like nothing towards like 82. Like, he's about to look at that, like, you know what I mean? And knock that out real quick.
Yeah, they say David Stern is rolling in his grave right now, get him on that light sentence.
For real. I mean, we never wish another player to get, that many games off, and kind of mess up their career. But it's just like, I think that setting up an example for the rest of the league? It's like, where is the league going now? Or what are you enabling the other players to think? You know what I mean? So I think that's like the biggest.
I think people can say like it's a light sentence, but 25 years for a non-violent violation is pretty a lot. Like it's conduct detrimental to the league. So stuff like that is like saying something vulgar, saying like slurs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like usually people get like maybe max 5 games for something like that. For something like that type of title of being suspended. But 25 is a lot for a conduct violation,
Yeah, 25 is a lot.
If you think about it like that. Because he ain't actually committed a crime per se. He just...
I think overall it's going to be interesting seeing what he does from this. I think that's the big thing because I think overall, like more than anything else, it's showing that there is something deeper going on right now with Ja, right? So if you get online, it's mostly been... It's been years since we've seen NBA players for the most part like really toting guns like that. Like even if they're doing it, they're at the gun range. They're not looking like 17-year-old boys in the back of somebody's car. You know what I mean? Like there's something going on right now, and we'll see exactly what Memphis wants to do, because if Memphis is able to stay afloat these 25 games, they're able to come out, 15-9 or something like that, 15-10. It's interesting to see what the team decides to do, because he is a superstar, but at the same time, you can get a lot back for him if you're willing to move on from him.
Right.
So he's cost himself some money so far. He wasn't all NBA last year because he had to sit out a few games. Additionally, there might be some endorsement deals situations that may come down as a result of this. And then on top of that, you always see it in NFL during from January to like June. You always see a lot of players get in trouble because there's nothing for them to actually do during the season. They're always playing. They're always playing. Now for Ja, his teammates are going to be showing up and traveling and playing, and he's gonna have all his free time on his hands. And those same friends that get you in the clubs and that get you high, y'all driving around, are going to be sitting down there calling him. His dad gonna be out there trying to be usher and stuff like that. So
yeah, I honestly think he should bounce back, man. Like, just clean up his act, really. I mean, like, if that's really him, then that's on him. But he has to do some type of thing where he just gets himself out of situations like that. Stop recording. If you're gonna do it, honestly, stop recording yourself. Like, I don't see the thrill doing that.
Yeah, they're saying that it was he's saying that it was a toy gun or something like that. That's what people are saying. But it's like, obviously he's just trying to get out of it. But, like you're saying, like 25 games, it could definitely kind of bleed into the season, especially the start of the season. Like it can make a difference, in terms of momentum and stuff like that. And now that that even like Memphis is saying Dylan Brooks is possibly not coming back, it's just like, who do they really have? Like, obviously, like, Dylan Brooks is not a superstar, but he does something on the team. So it's like, how are they really about to start off next season? You know what I mean? And obviously, we know that the West is kind of deep. So
they also got, I think Steven Adams also got hurt last year as well. So they'll see if he's ready to go at the beginning of the year. So you almost down 3 or 4 starters from last year. So some of the young guys are ready to step up and take that next step. But yeah, we'll see how that rolls.
For real.
Yeah, for me, I'll just add in a quick. I think this is really the league, again, just trying to protect Ja Morant as much as he can. A lot of people are, saying that he didn't do anything illegal. He's come out with the excuse, like Al said, like he's saying it was a toy gun. They gave him 8 games the first time, 25 games this time. They're like just trying to send a message like, yo, we want you to be that superstar. We want you to have a clean image because we're partners in this thing. Like, the bigger you are, the bigger the NBA gets, the bigger your team gets, the more money for everybody. Like, so I think honestly, 25 games was, a good compromise all around. He sits out a little bit more in the quarter of the season. Hopefully, again, he learns his lesson this time, and he can just go on to, still being that star that he is on the court and just, handle himself a little bit better off the court.
Yeah, for sure.
And plus, like, to what you said about them having the season without him, they're 33-17 from 2021 to 2022 season without him. And then last season there was 11-10. So I think they could stay afloat if they really wanted to. Or I think was it that Tyus Jones? He really like stepped up when he was out.
He stepped up.
So I'm not sure what their contract situations or what their free agents look like, but if they can add someone that can definitely help with scoring, they should be all right. Maybe float around that what you call that lottery, like that around the 8 to 10 spot, and then when he comes back, maybe go on a run. You never know. So yeah, I mean, it's gonna be hard to predict, really, but I think that they can definitely be up there with Ja. But like, they're so young and they're so immature, they need that leader in the locker room, that older vet that can probably help them, because they're not even listening to what's that dude name? What's the dude, the long hair? I forgot his name. Steven Adams. Yeah, Steven Adams. Yeah, they're not really listening to him. So they need like a proven vet, because like he didn't really accomplish anything. They need like a good vet that's like, I've been there, I've been in the playoffs, I did something, and then that'll reel them in, So that's what they really need for this off season.
Yeah. Rich, you mentioned them potentially, might even looking at trading Ja. Are you seeing some shooters out there that they could get a good return on? Who might be a good team that would trade for Ja?
Chill the shooters, bro, when you mentioning Ja in the same sentence.
So that's a good plug for a Ja Wick. Like in terms of it, like you said, like it's there's a few teams around the league with a package. So you got possibly the Knicks, would be, they have a lot of the young pieces that will complement this team, that will add to it. Toronto is in there with some options in terms of Pascal Siakam and OG Anunoby. So yeah, it's just interested to see what could happen, where teams could twist or where they could turn. But I'm definitely think this is definitely his last shot in Memphis. If it doesn't work out, I think they're come to the realization that he might not be able to handle it in this particular city.
Yeah, I don't think it even has to be anything drastic. Like, they actually are just like looking to see if they're gonna win or not. Like, obviously they're gonna look at the, you know, the outside activities, you know, but it's just like that has to match up with winning, you know. So now it's like, all right, if you're doing that and we're not making it that far, it's like, what are we really doing here, you know? So like that's really gonna be a focus, you know. So Ja actually has to really step his game up, you know. And I'm just trying to see how they come back together. You know, like you said, Steven Adams was out, so I really want that. I think he would have been a big piece this season. You know, he's just like a you know, a block that's a center. So it's just like he could do a lot. So we'll see how they come back and bounce back from that.